Hey, everybody. Josh, Clearing Waivers podcast here. Joining me again tonight is Kitty and Brian and Rance. We're happy to be back. Missed last week. We come back to you with some more open minds, hopefully with more progressive attitudes, and we're going to move forward that way. Had a good week of self-reflection and listening. Personally, I hope everybody did as well. That's kind of what we wanted to do. So we're going to get back to the shenanigans, another shenaniganza for you this week. We could talk about more baseball back and forth. We could talk about NBA is coming back. It seems like it's a done deal. We'll see at the end of July. I might have to become an NBA guy. I mean, that could be exciting. I could make a fun little contest to find out who I'm rooting for from here on out. But we're gonna put all that aside. The NFL is also sorry, so that's also cool to see. We're gonna put all that aside. Another week over the shenaniganza, another lighthearted week. But before we get into that, let's talk to the coast again. Kitty, how was your week?
I had a pretty good week. Yeah, same as you with the self-reflection, kind of reading a bunch of stuff on Twitter and Instagram, seeing posts, just trying to learn all I can about what's going on and try to become a better person. So
I think that's
outside of that, kind of the same old for me, though. Just still work from home for me.
Same old Schlansky.
That's right. I even got myself some nice signed Ian Poulter shoes here for everybody to look at. How about that? He ran this little.
Those are sweet. They really are.
Cool,
yeah. He ran a nice little promotion where he was signing a bunch of merchandise to raise money for the previous issue, which was the COVID-19 crisis.
Oh,
so,
that's still going on, isn't it?
I
totally forgot about
still
that.
happening.
Yeah,
that's still.
Totally.
I think
so he raised a bunch of money for that for like first responders for that fundraiser he did.
Nice.
He'd probably be disgusted if he knew American bought a pair of his shoes, I would think.
If he knew how much I cheered for Europe in the Ryder Cup, he'd be perfectly fine with it.
European by loyalty.
Exactly.
Sounds about right. Brian, how was your week, man?
Oh, it's good. You brought up the baseball thing. How about 3 weeks ago, you were like, I'm tired of hearing about these different scenarios. Just let me know when it's back. I think I'm kind of there. Figure something out or set the schedule and just play your short season and stop going back and forth. I'm tired of this. I want to see baseball like now. So come on, bring it on.
I think I saw right before we came on that the Players Union just sent back another proposal of 89 games. So it was like 114 and then 48 and then 89, and we're just going to settle at 60 one of these days, and we're going to go.
At least the back and forths are the time between is shortening a little bit and not week to week. Here's a new one. Here's the week new one. We at least got Monday to Tuesday-ish, Wednesday before we said, hey, how about this? Let's lobby it back and forth a little quicker.
Yep.
Dial this in.
We say that now, and then the owners are going to come back with 47 games. Suck it.
Exactly.
Rance, how was your week, man?
Good. I've been able to play a little golf. I know you guys are big baseball fans. It doesn't matter to me if they play or not. I'm ready for some NBA playoff basketball, honestly.
Yep.
I don't know why they need a month and a half to get ready, but once it comes on, I'm going to be locked in.
Yep.
So.
Especially if it's on all day, every day.
Yep.
Right. Yeah. Depending on how that goes.
And golf is back Thursday, so I've already got my DraftKings lineups locked in. We're ready to go.
Nice. Where's the value at?
Webb Simpson, he's won this event before, so I got him. Kevin Kisner's always been good on this course as well, so I'm pretty pumped about tuning in about 2 o'clock during my daughter's nap time on Thursday afternoon on the Golf Channel.
You're going to have to pause bar rescue for a little bit.
It actually ends about 1 or 2, so it'll be perfect.
Perfect, yeah. It's all the stars are aligning for you.
Mm-hmm.
Everything's coming up, Rance. Well, I'm glad everybody's week was good. We actually got the pool. We got one of those nice inflatable pools. I say nice, but it's going to last a season, I'm pretty sure. But we got it out, and that hose water is pretty cool on a 95-degree day. So it was not too shabby. I posted about it on Twitter a couple of times, but Boulevard released their Cherry Lime Radler beers. Whew. Very good. Real good. Not too strong. Doesn't give me heartburn. So they hit that sweet spot very well. So we'll probably do that again this week.
Nice.
And very, very excited for it. But Like I said, we're getting into another Shenaniganza for the week. Doing the usual games, the usual suspects. So let's just jump right into it here. Starting off again is the Waiver Watch Waiting Game. I've got 4 TV shows or movies here, and you guys are going to try to guess the audience rating of it on Rotten Tomatoes. Usual 5-point deduction if you either hit it or the critic score on it. So let's get started with our first one. Kitty's gonna lead us off, and then Brian, and then Rance. So your first movie that you're gonna need to tell me what the audience score was Extraction. Chris Hemsworth is extracting a drug kingpin's son who was kidnapped by a rival drug kingpin. I watched this.
Extremely violent.
It is super violent.
Yes. There's
Very,
some
very good.
great scenes in that movie.
Yep. Some real good
Rundown.
fight scenes.
Yes,
really
definitely.
good fight scenes.
I'm in.
I'm in.
Okay. Kitty, what do you think this A-plus movie got?
I thought the audience might be a little low on it. I don't know. They kind of feel like action movies don't get as high as they probably should. Just people are looking a little too in depth on them. So I went 74.
74. That's still pretty high for what you're talking there.
Well, I just feel like I would have put it 98 if I just had rated myself alone. So that's the low for me.
Okay. Fair enough. Brian?
I'm right there with Kitty. I think most people should have enjoyed it, but there's some haters out there. I got 78.
78. Rance?
I put 79%. I mean, I like a lot. It's no Rambo Last Blood, but I mean, it's up there.
You are putting that Rambo Last Blood on quite a pedestal that once I actually watch it, I don't want you to ruin it for me, but you might have already done that. You put it too high already. Fair enough. Fair enough. Extraction, the audience score. Let's go with the critic score first. Critic score was a 68%, which was higher than I thought it would be. Certified
Same.
fresh, 68%. The audience score was a 69%.
Oh,
So right there, critics and audience. Look at them. Two
That
peas in a
never
pod.
happens.
Nope.
they're both wrong.
Exactly. I finally got in the head of the audience for a change. Look at that.
Yeah. So you guys, pretty strong first round there. Well done. Let me move on to the next one. Is a show that we've talked about multiple times. I know at least a couple of you have watched this. I can't exactly remember. I think it was Rance that brought this to the table, but Homeland, and we're going with the final season. Season 8 just ended. So what do you think the audience score gave, or what did you think the audience gave Homeland season 8? Kerry Russell and
Claire Danes.
no, that's
Yeah.
Kerry Russell and old Huck Finn, the old CIA agent. He's in that as well. And
What are you talking about?
Mark McGuire is in that. I don't know. I stopped watching it, so I'm just guessing. Just guessing that's who's in it now.
Hmm.
All right.
Yep.
So, yeah, Homeland, final season, starting with Kitty's in lead. Kitty, what do you think the audience gave the last season of Homeland?
I'm going to put this a little lower than probably some of the earlier seasons. Maybe they finished high. I don't know. I don't watch the show anymore. I'm going to go with 61.
61. Mark McGuire did not have a good season. Brian.
I see where Kitty's going with that 61, but the last season I felt was pretty strong. Some good action, good storyline. So I think the fans have stuck with it and appreciated it. 82.
82. Is it in Russia this time?
No, but there's a lot of Russians involved.
No, not so much. Yeah, Russians are in it.
All right, Rance.
I've stuck with this show from start to finish. The last couple seasons have been less than stellar, but like Brian was saying, I think this season has been pretty dang good. I actually have it at a 91%.
91.
I bet that's closer.
This one was a lot better than what
Yep.
it has been.
And that's right, according to the Rotten Tomatoes scores. I think right when we dropped off, it was the worst season, and then it started to kind of slowly climb. The final season, the critics gave it an 85%. So you guys are right on the money with the critic score, except for Kitty Cat. Kitty Cat,
Ouch.
it's going to hurt even more because the audience actually thought it was an 86. So you guys are right on it.
Damn.
Right in between us.
Kitty, 25 off there. Not a great round. Everybody
Got all
else.
mouthy about round one, and all of a sudden just immediately kicked on the junk.
Well, you're going to like this one. You're going to like this one because I know you watched this movie. This movie we're doing now is.
So none of us have seen it.
You were the one who brought it to the table, Rance.
Oh.
The Wrong Missy.
Oh.
Oh, God.
David Spade, Nick Swartzen, Lauren Lapkus, and I believe it was a Happy Madison production.
Yep.
Yep.
This could be anywhere.
Yeah, it
Really
could
good.
be.
I was when I realized that someone had picked this, I was very excited because it could legitimately be all over the map.
Oh my God.
Crap.
This just came out like a couple months ago, right?
Maybe just
maybe
a
a-
month
Maybe,
ago.
maybe about a month ago.
No, probably. I don't even. Maybe even less than that.
Yeah,
just
maybe
a
so.
couple weeks.
I mean, mental calendars during the COVID time is just
Really don't
out
know
the
when,
window.
when stuff happened.
Shit.
Oh, cool.
And if any of you watchers and listeners might see Brian a little bit clearer this week, look at his bright and shiny face on that new camera of his.
Yeah.
Looking
My oily
real sexy.
T-zones.
Yep. You can see every bead of sweat that hops on your forehead.
Go back to low def.
So now we are going – Brian's leading off this time. Brian, what do you think the Wrong Missy got?
I'm going high here. I think the people that tuned in like those actors. I'm going to guess they like the movie. So I'm going to go 91.
91? Okay. Going to Rance.
I'm a fan of David Spade, and I always love a good Rob Schneider cameo. I put 82%.
82. Kitty Cat. I don't know why I keep calling you Kitty Cat. Mr. Kitty. I'm so sorry. I need to put some respect on it. Mr. Kitty.
I went low on this one too. I don't know why. Just had no clue what the audience would think of this, so I went 64.
64. YOLO.
If it
You
is,
never know.
if it is,
Hey,
if it is low,
It gets you right back in the game.
it either drops me to last place for sure or puts me in it.
Well, The Wrong Missy on Netflix, the critics gave it a 36.
Oh, no.
Holy shit.
Wow.
It ain't that bad.
But,
No, it's
I
not.
mean, the critics are going to shit on every one of those movies forever. Forever
that
and always.
type. I mean, the type.
They
of that movie
hate
that
vulgar comedy, don't they? Those
Yes.
fucking critics.
They do. They think they're better than that, even though they were probably all laughing hysterically several times during the movie.
They at least give them a new. Couple of
They gave him a couple of those.
Yeah.
Oh, no. This isn't good.
The audience
God.
was higher on it,
I don't know.
but not by much.
Oh, no.
The audience gave it a 52%.
Wow.
Yikes.
I blame Rance for bringing that to the table.
God, I laughed the entire time.
Yeah, me too.
So I've got, let's see,
That is close match again now.
39.
Shit.
Brian, you were off by 39 there, right?
Yep.
Yeah, we've got a pretty solid ball game on our hands here, and once
10
again,
points.
I picked the perfect
Great work,
movie to bring up the rear here. Close it out.
Yeah, you did.
The movie, it was actually on TV this last weekend, and I live tweeted it in our group chat. That
Oh,
thing
boy.
you do,
Oh, my.
that thing you do, baby.
I loved your breakdown during the week of this
So
movie
good,
about
man.
Who was each basket? Who were these guys
Never-
on the
never
the
seen
Golden
it.
State Warriors?
I mean, I think I nailed that too. I think I nailed the
pretty good job.
lineup about those characters. Absolutely crushed it. So that thing you do, starring Steve Zahn, Tom Everett Scott, Tom Hanks, Bryan Cranston's in it. All the
Ethan
Hankses. Ethan Embry is the one I always forget. No,
Directed by Hanks.
it was at least produced by Hanks. I don't know about directing.
Okay.
Gabe directed it too. I don't know.
Catchy,
Okay, I'm
catchy
in.
little tune there. You guys ready?
Yep.
I think Kitty actually took the lead again.
I believe so.
So Kitty's going to lead off. That thing you do, audience score.
Tom Hanks is in this quite a bit. One of the great movie songs ever written. I went 89%.
89. Tom Hanks is in it way more than I thought he was. I thought it was originally just like a little cameo spot.
Right. For not showing up for the first 25 minutes, he kind of dominates the last hour.
He's in it the whole way through after that. Then I believe it's Rance in third right now.
Hanks. Usually everybody's high on stuff that Hanks is in. I put 80%. I don't know anything about the show. I've never seen it, but if Hanks is in it, it can't be too bad.
Well, somebody hasn't seen The Road to Perdition. Brian.
I mean, also remember when we talked about all of Tom Hanks when we did the draft of them. All his movies are not beloved, if I remember right.
Yep.
I mean, one of his best ones was Turner and Hooch, and they got no love from Rotten Tomatoes.
Yep.
Okay, well,
true.
So on this one, even though I know it's highly beloved in our friend circles, I'm going to go with Barely Fresh at 63.
63. Well, the critics gave it a 93.
Oh,
what?
I mean, I saw that. I could not believe it. I love that thing. It is beloved, but 93 is a lot. It's very high. Audience score was a 70.
Oh, no.
8.
Oh,
Rance.
Man.
Very good.
I've
Very
never
good
even that.
round there. So I think Rance did actually take it.
Yep.
That's what I got.
I got
6
last.
points.
So
78. Man. I guess those critics, the critics don't like raunchy comedy, but they love nostalgia for the 60s.
Yep. I
So
think
that's
you're right.
And
The
catchy
classic
tunes.
hit list. That's right. Oh, man, I could listen to that song over and over again.
A fake band. It's a biopic about a fake band. They're like, oh, yeah, I love it. I mean,
Yeah.
I do too.
What's not to love?
Yeah.
I'm very upset with this audience of only 78%. That's very disappointing to me.
I haven't quite grasped the whole timeline of that movie, but I know that once they like really hit their peak, they'd only been together for 2 months, and that was like the peak. The end came real fast after the peak.
Yeah,
so,
they that was a rocket ship that all of a sudden just came crashing back down the roof.
a real shooting star.
Yeah.
Burn bright, shooting star, burn bright. So yeah, let's move on to the next one here, the Waiver Sharks game. And I'm pretty excited about this round too. Kind of got to thinking about some of my favorite video games. So I kind of went with 3 categories here based around video games. So Rance, you are the winner so far. You need to choose door number 1, 2, or 3.
Just give me 2.
2. So, one of my favorite football games ever is Madden 04, the Vic year, when you just turned into the absolute cheat code. So I started looking at the 10 best quarterback ratings in that game that year.
Nice.
And we're going to do the most career touchdowns from those quarterbacks, both passing and rushing. So total touchdowns from the top 10, okay? So pick 1 through 10 for your starting point, Rance.
6.
6. Took a long time.
Defeated.
I'm just already dejected. I don't even know.
Well, you really did pick the correct starting point because this would have been a tough one. Jeff Garcia was one of the top 10 rated quarterbacks in that year.
Good
He
Lord.
had 187 total touchdowns in his career.
Okay.
Did Peyton Manning have more or less than 187?
Just a few more.
He had a few more. He had 579. That is a lot of damn touchdowns. Next quarterback is old Kurt Warner, more or less than 579.
Less.
He did have less. He had 211. Now it's going to get a little trickier here. Drew Bledsoe, still around in 2004, playing for the Bills, Did he have more or less than 211 touchdowns in his career?
Bledsoe hung around for quite a while. He even played with the Cowboys
I didn't know that.
before Romo took over. I'd say he's just a little bit over that.
He is over. He's 261. Well done. Naturally, his predecessor was Tom Brady. Did he have more or less than 261?
More.
He did have more. He had 563. Has 563. He'll probably.
He was a top 10 quarterback in that
Yeah.
game.
How about that?
Well,
Yep.
I mean, yeah, he was about 5 years in at that point, maybe 4 years in. They'd probably already won a Super Bowl with him.
Yep.
No, the defense won a Super Bowl, you mean?
Don't disrespect the GOAT like that, Kaiser.
The next player is Brett Favre, who was the highest rated quarterback in Madden 04. More or less than 563 career touchdowns.
They just keep going. Less. Just got a little less.
He did have less, 522. Somehow Brady already has over 41 touchdowns, more than Brett Favre. It's kind of blew my mind a little bit. Next player is Rich Gannon.
Rich Gannon has less.
He does have less, 201. You're about to sleep. You got 3 more here. Did Michael Vick have more or less than 201 touchdowns? He was all-time God status on that game. A lot of fun to play with.
Unstoppable.
Yep.
I'm going to say old Mike had just a little bit over that because you're counting rushing, right, too,
Yep.
you said?
Yep.
He's over.
He is under. He only had 169.
I'd have missed that one, too.
Yep. That was a trap.
Hate to see it.
But you did get 6 correct. That's a pretty good run.
I know you love to see him.
And like I said, I think you started at the exact point because the next one after Vic was McNabb, and then after that was McNair. And I think those are both pretty tricky. For the record, McNabb did have 263 and McNair had 211, which was a lot more than I thought McNair had. So great job. 6 is not bad. You got 6 out of 9 correct. So well done. Go on to Kitty. Door number 1 or 3 is still available. What do you got?
3.
Number 3. So the next iconic basketball game, NBA Jam, OG NBA Jam. I picked out some of the best players from that grouping, from the pairs. So I need you to pick 1 through 10.
2.
2. You're doing the most career points for a player. You're starting at Karl Malone, who had 36,928 points. Did James Worthy have more or less than Karl Malone?
Less.
He sure did have less. He had 16,320.
Wow.
Barely.
Yep, just a
little.
smidge. How about Scottie Pippen? More or less than 16,320.
Gotta think more.
He did have more. He had 18,940.
Wow.
So not
close.
many more, considering he's has that many records on the Bulls.
And that just
And putting him next to
Malone
James
had
Worthy, who was around for a while, but
That's
still only
insane.
2,000 more.
36,000 points.
Next player is John Stockton, more or less than 18,940 points.
Ooh, that's a good one. I'm gonna stick with more.
He had a smidge more, 19,711,
And these are close.
which kind of blew my mind even further. Next player is Marcus Price. Old Marky Mark, more or
old
less
Cavalier?
than 19,711.
I'm gonna go less.
He did have less, 10,989. How about Dominique Wilkins?
That's all he had?
Yeah, only just under 11,000. And this doesn't include playoffs, I don't believe, if that matters.
All right. I'm gonna go more for Dominique.
Dominique had 26,668.
The human highlight reel.
He was
He
a
was so
very
fun to
good
watch.
dunkist.
Yes.
Next player is Charles Barkley, more or less than 26,668.
Ooh, that's a good one.
This is for the tie.
Oh, thanks for the little added pressure. I appreciate it.
Setting
I'm
up
gonna-
nicely.
I'm going to go less.
He had less. He had
Yes.
23,757. Well done. So we're tied. Your next player is Isaiah Thomas, more or less than 23,757.
Let's see. I want to go less again.
He did have less, 18,822. So he's just a smidge under Scottie Pippen, which is interesting as well.
All really close together.
Next player is Clyde the Glide, Drexler.
I'm going to put him more.
Did have more, 22,195 for the clean sweep.
Let's go.
Danny Manning have more or less than 22,195.
I think he had a smidge less than that.
He sure did have a smidge. He only had 12,367. It was kind of surprising Danny Manning had more than Mark Price, though. I was kind of surprised by that.
Yeah, that'd have been a good trip up spot possibility there. So I didn't think Manning played long enough to get 12,000.
Right.
Oh yeah, there's a lot. Those were some tough. There were some areas there.
You had some 2 or 3 hiccup points that you went right over very well. Good job.
Thank you.
So, Brian, your door number 1, the best, or at least my favorite baseball game of our time, the most nostalgic RBI baseball for the NES.
So good.
What we always did as in the Kaiser household was we'd always have our showdowns with the American League and the National League teams. We'd always have our favorite substitutions. For some reason, McGuire and Jose Canseco were not in the starting lineups. We'd always have those fun substitutions. So I pulled out some of our favorite players from those 2 rosters, and you're going to tell me the career OPS of those players.
OPS, yep. Because everyone knows that.
Yep. So your starting point, 1 through 10.
Good God.
3.
That's a little brutal.
Yeah, it's a good starting point for you. Tony Gwynn had a career OPS of 847.
That's healthy.
Did Mark McGuire have more or less? Higher or lower?
Because McGuire slugged, but my God, Tony Gwynn got on base all the time. Jesus.
Yeah, to be honest, 847 might be lower than I expected. Pete Rose, I'd probably put Ted Williams in there somewhere.
Wade Boggs, all the greats.
I'm not even going to get one right again. I do this every week. We play this stupid game.
Career OPS. Keep that in mind.
I mean, he was a Bash brother for a long time. He hit a lot of dingers in his last OPS. They walked him a ton. God dang it.
He's going to have so much trouble with these other ones.
Just get it wrong already.
McGuire is higher.
McGuire is higher. He has a career OPS of 982.
Okay.
Yeah.
Almost 1,000. Jesus.
Your next player is Don Mattingly.
I'll go lower.
Mattingly had an 830 OPS. How about Eric Davis?
Ooh.
Mm.
Oh. Then Don Mattingly. I'm going to go a little less.
Eric Davis had an 841, so a little bit higher.
Shit.
Oof.
This again.
Tough category. That was a tough one.
That was a tough category. Some great names in there. Tim Raines, Paul Molitor, George Bell, Mike Schmidt, George Brett, Ryan Sandberg.
Was McGuire the highest?
McGuire was the highest by a long shot.
Yeah.
Mike Schmidt was a 908, which surprised me, but he's the only other one above 900. So,
That's
Kitty,
a tough category.
taking it. So Kitty and Rance are tied at 5 points. Brian is at 2, but it can still be anybody's ball game. Another great game here coming up. Everybody's favorite game, categories.
Categories?
Yeah. Everybody get your
Yeah.
you get your fast thinking hats on because we've got 3 great sink pisser suggested categories to go off
That
of.
that sounds like somehow worse categories than the ones you give us.
Well, fuck you. How about that? How about a big time fuck you?
Okay, accepted.
I work
And
really
probably
hard to come up with those
well-deserved.
categories.
Well deserved. F you.
Superheroes, Kitty. You just crushed that one a couple weeks ago.
I brain farted too on that one.
That was a good showing. You're wrong. So, since you guys are tied, I'm going to go with the one who has been the most successful, the latest. Kitty, you are going to pick door number 1, 2, or 3.
I went 3 last time. Let's try it again. Number 3.
3. Your category. I need to get my stopwatch
Get your
out.
timer ready here.
Yep. Snuck up right up on me here. I got all antsy my pantsy. Okay. Your category is burger toppings. And go.
Ketchup, mustard, lettuce, tomato, bacon, cheese, hot sauce, A1, relish, onions, jalapeno.
Time.
11.
That's an all-timer.
I think he started early. He started early before the clock even fucking started.
That would be your internet connection.
You're delayed.
That was a clean 11.
11. My
Couldn't be any
goodness.
cleaner.
Who puts hot sauce on burgers?
Go to Five Guys, brother. It's on that menu
It
board
is.
list.
Yep.
Hot sauce. I do it every time. It's delicious.
Crushed it.
Thank
So
you. I like
we're-
to thank Five Guys for their burger board.
Yeah.
Helping out there.
You just happen to have that pulled up on your DoorDash app.
I actually have it hanging in my apartment. I had to pause just to make it look not too obvious.
That's the product of COVID for sure. Rance, you are up next. You have door number 1 or 2.
Don't matter at this point. It's over.
I mean, you might be right, but I'm gonna give you a shot here.
Can at least beat me.
Door number 1.
Door number 1, leaving Brian with the worst category.
Yes.
Rance, your category is. I'm gonna give you a little extra time because your internet connection's awesome. Your category is pizza toppings. And go.
Pepperoni, sausage, cheese, olives, onions, mushrooms, Canadian bacon, pineapple.
Time.
Fuck.
Ooh,
8.
8.
8.
today.
Which
So
I
winning
thought was
both.
the previous like high score. You can't get a more than 8. Kitty just blew that out of the water.
You talk about a long con that Rance has been setting up for weeks, is getting an advantage still in this game by acting like his internet's delayed. What a long con. First it would be like, wait, what? Sea
Yep.
creatures?
What's a sea creature?
And then we just act like his internet freezes up.
This attack is unwarranted. Like, what the fuck is going on here?
You tell me, man.
He missed you after a week off. He needed to berate you even
You
more.
played
so this
Josh like a
week.
drum.
Fiddle. Yep.
I've done absolutely nothing to deserve this, and I'm being constantly attacked.
Well, this video is not admissible in court, so you're also fucked in that area. Move on to Brian, who's not gonna do this, I don't think. But I mean, I believe in you. Just I don't. So, your category is taco or burrito toppings.
Come on,
And-
hot shot.
Go.
Cheese, sour cream, salsa, jalapenos, beans, pico de gallo, onions, peppers.
Time. I'll give you
No,
onions,
we didn't
peppers.
get peppers, and we all did.
If he got onions, he got peppers because he said onions and peppers. I'm giving him 8.
Take that, bitch.
I'd like to thank the Sink Pisters for some great categories today.
Yep. I would like
Take
to
that
thank them that too.
I'm going to take back my earlier statement.
So Brian, breaking the trend of getting 1 point in a game. You got 1.5 points.
1.5, baby.
Good job. Going into the great equalizer that we've seen people come back from hellacious deficits to take the lead and win the week. Clearing wagers game. You know all the rules. Let's get into it here. The first category or first record, leader, whatever you want to call it here, is going to be, I think Kitty's going to start off the bidding, then go to Rance, and then Brian. First stat here is the leader in stolen bases in the major leagues in the last 5 seasons combined.
Ooh.
So thinking back 1980, 15. 1980, yes.
15,
Since
19.
2015 and 2019, the most combined stolen bases. Kitty, do you think you need 6 clues, 5 clues, 4 clues? What do you need?
I'll take 4.
4? Rance, what do you think? Keep in mind that the All-Star appearances is in here. Might need to come up with a different clue someday.
I think it's a great one. Just because
Some
it's
of it's
so
telling. And actually,
it
this
can
one,
be good if you. Sometimes it can be good,
you
actually.
stop and think about it a little bit.
Yeah.
4 clues, Rance? What do you think?
I guess name it. I don't have a clue.
Okay. So.
Well, Brian, don't make the face, man.
4 clues is outrageous. Come on. You can
4
do
clues
3.
is a lot. I will say that it's still going to be very tough. So the last amateur team that this player played for was the Taylorsville High School.
Oh, no.
Oh, no, that's easy now.
The last or the current team that he is playing or played for is the San Francisco Giants. The last number he wore was the number 9. And he has made 0 All-Star appearances.
Oh, Jesus.
Wow.
Who the hell? Giants wearing number 9.
Juan Pierre.
Who the hell played for the Giants last year? That stole bases. Good Lord. I have absolutely no idea who this is.
I don't have it yet either.
I am just. Which? I have no idea. I can't think of anybody.
Angel Pagan.
Brandon Crawford, only name I can think of, but
Hunter Pitts.
So
Okay.
it has to be an outfielder.
Who
So
is
the
it, Josh?
team that drafted the player was the Cincinnati Reds.
Not helping, I don't think, for me at least. Oh, Billy Hamilton?
Bingo. Yep.
Wow.
He currently plays
He
for
played for the
he is
Really?
on the Giants. He
On the
has
roster,
a
yeah.
major league invite. Yep.
damn.
And wearing a different number than usual.
Well,
He's usually
number
6.
6 with the Royals. He was number 9 for the Braves.
Braves. They had
Yep.
them up right there at last when they got in the playoffs or something
Yep.
towards the end of the season. I thought.
So Brian and
Yeah.
Rance get a point apiece there. That was a valiant effort, though. I mean, that's a tough category. Stolen
I forgot
bases.
all about him.
Yep.
That was a good one. Especially for a guy that didn't even play last year and still led the league last
He
year.
played.
Basically didn't play, or did he play some? I don't
He
know.
played. I saw him in Royals blue a lot.
No, I meant like, did he play last year? He played, or they?
Yeah,
in
he
the Royals
played for
last
the
year?
Royals last year.
First half of the year, he played
That was
every
last
day.
year?
Then he went to Atlanta.
That
Yeah.
was last year.
Yep.
Yep. He
Jeez.
was in the lineup nearly every day
Yep.
That was 2
for a
years
while.
ago.
Then he went to Atlanta and was not so much.
Yeah.
Still very, very
Oh, wow.
fast. Still very fast.
Good
Let's
job,
move on
Rance.
to the next one here. Yeah, just like Brian. Brian had all the faith in the world in you. The next category is Rance is going to lead off the bidding here. The leader in reception touchdowns in the NFL from active running backs. Active running back reception touchdowns.
Wow.
Clues 1 through 6.
active running back receiving touchdowns.
Yep.
I'll probably need 4 clues.
4. Brian.
I'll try 3.
3. Kitty.
Go ahead and name it.
Brian gets 3 clues for the running back, active running back that has the most career reception touchdowns. This player has made 0 Pro Bowls.
Super.
Great start. The last number he wore, which is your clue, was the number 28. And his nickname is Sweet Feet.
Oh, Sweet Feet.
Oh, Sweet Feet.
Sweet feet.
Sweet Feet.
Wow.
And his
There are-
running backs catching touchdowns.
Yep.
Zero Pro Bowls.
That's
Last
crazy.
number he wore was 28.
So this has got to be like a Sproles type of guy. But I want to say he probably made some Pro Bowls as a returner.
And I think he's officially no longer active. He did retire.
Okay. And like Peterson's been around forever, but surely he's made a Pro Bowl. He wears 28. Shit. Frank Gore's been around forever, but he can't be it. God. 28. I need another clue. God dang it.
You said 0 Pro Bowls. He wears number 28. What was the last clue?
His
Sweet
nickname
Feet.
is Sweet Feet.
Sweet feet is not a thing.
He's got some sweet feet.
I mean, that's pretty much. That should be a dead giveaway, I would think.
I mean, I would
Sweet
think.
feet.
Heard
There's only
Sweet Feet
s-
at
There's
least.
only so many running backs with sweet feet on them.
And this
I feel
guy,
like-
it's active, right?
Yes.
I feel like I hear that Sweet Feet nickname several times on watching Red Zone every Sunday.
I guess.
I mean, my God. How can you have that many touchdowns and not make a Pro Bowl?
I
Yeah,
can tell you.
that's-
You
I
said
get it.
this, so this is career active. That does
Yep.
not just the last 5 years or
Nope. Career.
Holy crap!
But
It's
he's
going to make a
active.
lot of sense when I tell you.
Can I
Is it-
guess? Can I guess after he gets it wrong?
Yes.
I mean, I don't think he's played long enough, but the only thing I can come up with, God dang it, James White.
That's my guess. That's who I
a good
was gonna
answer.
guess.
It's a good,
It's a good
guess.
answer.
The last amateur team that he played for, Wisconsin Badgers.
Is it Melvin Gordon?
His current team that he's playing for is the New England Patriots. And
So it is James White.
Patriots. James White.
Yeah.
Oh,
Critical.
You knew it the whole time. I hate when you fucking do that because you've done that several times
Just
and you
slow
milk
rolls.
it for all it's worth, and then you're like, "Oh, dude!" You just act like you pulled out of your ass and just stop with the shit, man.
I didn't
Say
think he's played nearly long enough.
Just say the right answer so we can move on.
I mean, when you think about how many years Frank Gore's played, and to think that he hasn't caught as many touchdowns as James White. What's James White's career? How many
He's
has he
up
played?
there. He has
7?
24. He has 24 total receiving touchdowns in his career. Frank Gore's up there. The one that kind of the player that kind of motivated me to ask this is Christian McCaffrey. He has in his short career he has 15 already.
It's
So
impressive.
I got to think that he can get there. But the fact that James White's at 24 is kind of
All those goddamn
crazy.
1-yard touchdown receptions. I bet
Yep.
23 of them for 1 yard.
I
Yep.
bet that's probably close.
the little leak out of the backfield.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, his numbers are about ready to fall off.
Well, you got to think that a new quarterback is also going to hit that safety valve plenty as well. So I mean, I think he's still got some value, but
Right.
we'll move on. Sweet Feet, James
Sure.
White, old Sweet Feet.
That was a dead giveaway then.
Yep. Let's move on. This one's Brian is going to be leading off the bidding here, and this one is the most points per game in a single season in the NBA ever of all time. How many clues you need?
Ever? This seems like a trap.
ever.
Points per game.
Rance thinks she's getting a whiff of stinky cheese.
I'll go with – I think I know who it is, but I don't – give me 3 clues.
3 clues. Kitty.
Take him down, Kitty. God damn it.
I'll go with 2.
2.
I'll try 2.
Rance.
Name it.
2 clues. All right. Your 2 clues. Most points per games in a single season in the NBA. This player made 13 All-Star appearances. The last number he wore was the number 13. Who is it?
Damn it. I should have shot the moon.
I was kind of hoping some of you would.
It's not coming to me, but
We do have the
I'm just
money
gonna
ball
go
coming up.
let's go with Wilt Chamberlain.
That's it.
It's a good guess. Last/just current team he's playing for, LA Lakers. Last amateur team he played for was the University of Kansas, depending on your definition of amateur. Team that drafted him was the Philadelphia Warriors,
Shot
and
fired.
nickname Wilt the Stilt Chamberlain is correct. He averaged
All right.
50.36 points. I believe it was in the 1961-62 season. 50 points.
It's crazy.
Average.
That's crazy.
Crazy.
I don't know what I could have got for as far as trying to get negative points on that one. So I would have jersey number didn't help me at all.
Yeah. I think,
I didn't know
I
the
mean,
jersey. I would have probably go with nickname and maybe the last team an amateur team.
yeah, I think most people
But
could
3 is probably
out of the question. Yeah. A lot of people know the nickname, and I think a lot of people know that he played in Kansas. But
right.
but yeah, we got a good game here. Anybody's ball game going into the money ball round. Something we've done before already. This time that Kitty is going to start off the bidding again.
Test my memory, huh?
This is what we've talked about. The all-time NBA leader in turnovers.
I don't remember who it was. Got an idea, but I have no idea. So I'll just say 4.
4, Rance.
Give me 3.
3, Brian.
I got to get in the game.
Brian's got a smirk on his face like he's gonna do it.
Come on, you little jerk.
That boy gonna do it. Look what you did, you little jerk.
One of the best all-time lines in the movie.
It always bothered me that the way they did it in the replay in his mind did not match like when he said it originally. Does that bother anybody else in that movie?
No.
Always mess with me. Continuity errors. Can't have them.
Oh, I understand that. It can be a real issue.
It's a John Hughes movie.
I'm going to go for it.
Oh, here we go.
I like this.
Negative how many?
I'm going to go -2.
2. Okay. Kitten.
I have to say name it because I can't recall who it is.
Brian
just-
shooting the mood here.
Could
An
be
idea,
very
but I
wrong.
can't.
Didn't necessarily have to. I'm going to say that. You didn't necessarily have to with the 4 and a 3 bid there, but
Yeah.
Josh, this is
Points
about
off.
taking away points.
all right. You're going for the complete. That's true. That's true. So you need -2. What do you got?
I think it was Karl Malone.
Okay. What are the clues?
Well, his nickname was Mailman, and the last team he played for was the Lakers.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Well done.
Damn it.
I was kind of hoping when you kind of went with that current team. I kind of hoped that was a little trap, but you did not fall for it.
I feel
Carmelo
like
is the all-time leader in turnovers, 4,524 turnovers. He did play for the Lakers at the his final season. His name was the Mailman. So well done.
And a horrible human being.
Well,
Yep, there's that.
he wears cool hats though sometimes. Brian, you have 2 points to take away from someone, but it's just the points within this round, this game. So you can't take away standings points.
That's bullshit. Well, Kitty was in the lead, so I got to take Kitty's.
Gotta take it from Kitty. Okay, so Kitty
I'll
is
be
wiped out
damned.
at 0. giving Rance 2 points. Brian has 3. If my math is correct, I'm going to add it up real quick. That actually gives Kitty still the win at 9 points. Rance at 8.5 points. Brian at 6.5 points. Kitty, big
job,
win
Kitty.
this week.
Why didn't you bid more than that, Brian?
Yep.
What?
He did all he could, really.
He said I couldn't take away points from other games.
Well, he would
okay.
have to be, the player would have to be at 0, and then you take away more after that. You
I
take
do
away
think he
overall
let me
points.
take away more than that last time we did this, though. When I
think we-
crushed
we
You
took
Rance.
away-
you went -4 or something when we did that.
Yeah, I think we just took away crazy points because why not?
I figured you just did enough of the math to make sure that I didn't win.
I was kind of hoping you did just enough just to give Rance the win.
That's what I
Not
was-
that I'm rooting for Rance, but it would have been chaos.
That's what I was expecting to have happen.
Yeah. So well
Well,
done, Kitty. You were
I'd
really
never
good.
let Rance win.
Really good round outside of that last round, but well done again. You did.
Thank you.
One of these days I'm going to go back and listen and see where we are on the Shenaniganza standings, but
Oh, right.
not real sure we care at this point.
Nope.
We're all just treading water until stuff starts happening again. But
It's all for fun, right? All
it
for
is.
fun.
We're all just here for fun, baby. Let's go with the normal shenanigans for this week, and since we kind of hit you with a lot of trivia there, I'm going to throw out DFA for the week. We can kind of pick that up if we do start to have some sports to talk about again. But we're going to march right into the Cube Trade Cut, which I had a lot of issues with this. We came up with this. I thought it was really good. And it just, I mean, even up until this afternoon, I was still having trouble with it. This week's Cube Trade Cut is going to be Justin Timberlake, Bruno Mars, and Usher. They've had those battles between Ludacris and Nelly on social media where they just go hit for hit and they play their song one after the other. After they did that, Justin Timberlake and Usher seemed like a pretty logical pairing. And it really is really, really good. But Bruno Mars has got a lot of pretty solid songs as well. So I thought this would be an interesting trio to kind of roll with. But Kitty, since you won the Shenaniganza this week, that earns you the right to go first. So I'm going to give you lead off here. Who are you keeping and trading and cutting?
See, I saw that list of the two guys that drafted JT versus Usher, and at first glance I was, do I know many of these songs? Then once I just didn't know any of the titles of Usher songs.
Yep.
I knew a lot more titles of JT songs, but once I started kind of thinking more about it, these are Usher. Man, he's got a lot of great hits.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't realize how many he had. But with
I
that
had to
said,
look through like a couple different playlists on Spotify to really get my feet wet in this Keep Trade Cut.
that's
this week.
right. Make sure you know what you're doing.
Yep.
No, I was on YouTube. I'm old school. So
Know
was
what you're doing.
Spotify.
Yep.
But I'm going to keep JT.
Okay.
I think he's a great performer. Love his music. And so I've seen him in concert watching a concert on TV. It's pretty very entertaining.
That's
on TV.
That's way different than seeing him in concert.
Right. No, I'm just saying it's entertaining on TV even. So I can't imagine if you're in the audience how much
I've seen the
fun that is.
Beatles in concert. If that's the qualifier, I've seen the Beatles.
That's big.
It was gross.
I don't even know what to say about that, Josh. Just ridiculous.
He is a hell of a performer.
Right. So keeping JT, cutting Bruno Mars. Sorry, Bruno. And I'm going to trade Usher, the musical artist, for Usher, the actor. Give me some more.
I knew this.
Give me some more. Give me some more Usher.
In?
The
The
faculty.
faculty?
Yeah.
The faculty and she's all that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I
The,
totally forgot about
He's
that.
the school DJ. Well, you know,
Oh my
every
school
school's got a DJ. So
She's
there we
all
go.
that with Freddie Prinze.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Usher was in that.
Usher's the DJ at the
A
school.
little bit of time. Just
When
very, very short.
When he needed to turn it up, he put on Fatboy Slim, if I'm not
That's
mistaken.
right. He did. He sure did. Oh, the whole school does the same dance at one time.
Yeah, they
I need to
do.
get the party lit.
That's how it
God,
works.
she's all that. That's something we need to revisit. Maybe that's our first clearing waivers watch party. Is she's all that?
Oh, I'm in. I am
That'd be a
in.
good one.
10 Things I Hate About You, follow up. There we go.
Yeah.
Double feature.
Yeah. I feel like Bruno is going to catch a lot of ricochet shots in this. But I want to emphasize that he does deserve to be in these mentions, in my opinion. Let's go to the second place rants. Who you got in this keep trade cut?
I'm keeping JT as well. I mean, if you're going to choose to quarantine with somebody, and he was one of my picks, I can't leave him. I mean, I got to keep him.
Very true.
Well, I cut Chris Pratt a couple weeks ago, so.
I mean, I got to keep him. I mean, Sexy Back, Mirrors, Can't Stop the Feeling, Cry Me a River. I mean, he's got tons of hits. So
that new Troll song is pretty solid too.
I have not seen the new Trolls.
Well, I haven't seen it. I just know the song.
Okay.
But it is very, very good.
I guess I'll have to cut Bruno Mars too. I just don't know enough of his songs. I know he had a couple big hits early, but man, I haven't heard nothing from him in a while.
Been a minute.
Has been.
So I don't know what he's up to these days. But he was on a roll there for the first couple of years, but I have not heard anything from him.
He's certainly, especially if you include his features, he's put out some bangers on his features, but it'll kind of surprise you how many good songs that he's actually put out as far as singles go. Yeah. What are you trading for here with trading Usher, it sounds like?
Well, I'm trading Usher, and I saw this band a couple years ago. I've got tickets to see him again in September at Starlight, and that is old Matchbox 20. Give me some Rob Thomas, baby.
Just playing smooth for hours.
Wasn't Push one of your solo-only songs?
Oh, Push, 3 a.m. I mean, that first album, you or someone else like who just cranked out the hits. And he's still phenomenal. I mean, he looks great. You want to know who's opening up for him in September if we get to go?
Goo Goo Dolls.
Great guess. Last time it was the Counting Crows. This time it's the Wall.
Ooh, yep.
Oh, Jacob Dylan making an appearance.
Wallflowers?
Very good. The Wallflowers, yeah.
Yes.
One light, baby.
Yeah, they don't have.
They're gonna play that song for.
Yeah, they don't have a ton of hits to play.
I think they have two.
Sounds about
Yeah,
right.
he just came out with a documentary, Jacob Dylan, with that about Laurel Canyon. So maybe do a bunch of '60s music for you.
Maybe
I
we'll
just
do
know
that thing
2
you
years
do.
ago, the guy from the Counting Crows. Is it Adam? What's his name?
Yeah, Adam Duritz.
Boy, he's in bad shape.
Maybe the Wallflowers could cover some of those songs because they have more hits than the
He'll
Wallflowers.
sing some Bob Dylan songs too.
And I was looking forward to the Counting Crows, but God, that guy was so bloated. He just was out of I mean, he couldn't even get through a couple tunes, man. I mean, he was fucking gasping for air.
And you're putting him in Starlight in September. It's gonna be hot and humid as hell.
Oh, he was drenched.
Yeah.
What a fucking drenched.
What a Smash Mouth got out there. I think he'd be grasping for some air.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Smash Mouth coming to our Rich Hill, famous for the fourth near you.
Them and Sister Hazel or something.
Oh,
now we're
yes.
talking.
No, that would
There
be
we go.
fantastic.
I would love that.
Give me Blues Travelers in the mix.
Yeah.
And holy hell.
Man.
Is the Blues Travelers
in.
guy still alive?
I think so.
Popper? I mean, he got real big, so I didn't know if he was
Yeah, I don't know.
around anymore.
I think so, unless COVID got him.
Brian, what's your key trade cut for the week here?
Oh, buddy.
I think we got this. We already know what this is.
So all three of these guys have hits. All three of these guys are elite singers. But where Bruno Mars falls way short is the dancing. He's nowhere near the level of dancer as Usher and Justin Timberlake.
No.
Jason Timberlake?
Justin Timberlake.
Oh, my God.
Justin's brother, Jason.
He's a pretty cool dude too.
That is.
Bruno Mars, he's not a bad dancer, but he's not he's not on that level. Are you kidding me?
All right.
And he doesn't act like we talked about earlier.
Just have-
Both those other guys are legitimate actors. I mean, they're quadruple threats, not even triple threats. They're quadruple threats. Bruno Mars was a voice actor in a cartoon movie. Doesn't count. So get Bruno Mars out of my life.
He's done
Now
the
we come
research.
down to the heavyweights.
Clash of the Champions.
Little Titans.
And my God, like you guys talked about, and they had the C Dot and the Brian B. Shinan verses, and then you saw the hits that they put head to head. I was a little disturbed with some of the orders that they had them in, but it still showed how many bangers that both these guys had. And when I saw them head to head,
Do it. Do it.
Usher's the king. Usher's the king.
Oh,
I knew.
Wow. Upset of the century right
My
there.
wife's probably going to divorce me because of this, but Justin is going to get traded and Usher's kept because Usher has just got bangers that put me all the way through high school, all the way through college. It just never stopped. It just hit, whether they were slow jams or party songs. Like for years I said that couldn't be played out. They played it forever when it was time, when it came out.
Song of the decade.
Played it. It's a top 5 song of all time, Josh.
All time. Yep.
You put that song on at a wedding reception today, people are going to go nuts.
Yep.
Yeah is one of the all-time songs ever made. Usher, thank you for giving us that. Usher, thank you for giving us those slow jams.
Brian, you traveled to San Francisco to see Justin Timberlake. For fuck's sake, do you know what you're saying?
It was Justin and Jay-Z. I mean,
Yeah.
that's not nothing.
That's kind of a big deal.
That's a bucket list concert.
That's huge.
I mean, that concert was amazing. It was one of my favorite concerts ever, but we're talking about head-to-head here.
Okay. So what's
think
JT getting traded for?
I think Justin's just got too many misses. You listen to his whole album through, there's just too many songs that I want to hit skip on.
Especially his most recent one.
I know. He got weird on us, and a lot of artists do that when they get comfortable. They get bored with what they've done for years. They give us the weird shit, and the true fans lied to themselves like I did and said, hey, it's different, but it's still good. But I don't listen to that shit anymore. I mean, get it out of my life. So I'm going to trade Justin, not Jason. I'm going to trade Justin for controversial, but in that category, Chris Brown. That guy's an elite dancer, singer, and puts out bangers. He might bang on women every now and then, but
faces, yeah, a real winner.
The music industry's brought him back, so I got to say he's back.
How low are we stooping here?
This is a real problem. Problematic.
This episode needs to be trigger warning.
Chris Brown doesn't even act.
Yeah, he's only a triple threat.
You should have traded for more Bruno Mars.
I can't believe you stoop so low, Brian. That's embarrassing. You got to be ashamed of yourself.
I mean, he's a good entertainer. Have you seen him dance?
I just
He's a hell of a dancer.
slap my girl Riri, so I have no respect for him.
That's fair. I'm not going to argue that.
I'm gonna go here. I'm also gonna cut Bruno. Like I said, a lot of ricochet shots. He deserved better. Best Super Bowl halftime show of all time, and that includes Justin Timberlake's halftime show.
No, Prince
and
was.
Prince's.
Stop
That's get out of here
No,
with
I don't know what you're talking about, Josh.
Bruno Mars. Absolute
Bucks,
hotness in
what
that
you're
Super
talking
Bowl halftime show. Best ever.
Yeah. Did you watch Prince's?
2 Princes.
Oh, before you.
So again, we're coming down to the final 2 heavyweights, and I thought I was going to be the only loner here. I'm also going to take Usher in this because, my God, Brian's right. Once you put them up side by side, it is ridiculous how many great songs that Usher has. And Brian's also correct, and JT has actually missed quite a bit. Usher has put out so many great banging songs that nobody has heard about, and I didn't know about until this afternoon. But, boy, it gets graphic.
I think they're called baby-making songs, Josh.
Yeah. He talks – like one of his songs is purely about raw dogging, just only about raw dogging. I never heard it before today, but today I was like, whew, get a little hot here. This is not how I should be reacting on a Tuesday afternoon.
Calling your
Nice
wife over.
slow.
Turn the AC down.
See, nice and slow is the goat one, but he's got some interesting ones. So I'm also going to be trading old Justin Timberlake, and I'm going to trade the ability for NSYNC to reunionize, together again. Greatest boy band of reunionization of
That's a word.
NSYNC as the greatest boy band of all time. If they start putting out bangers again, then I will trade Justin Timberlake for that ability. That
I'll be down.
Reunionization.
I like when boy bands reunionize. So I'm a big fan of that.
Yep. That kind of reminds me. Boys II Men is reunionized, but they're
Multiple
lacking.
times.
They're lacking one of them. One of them's gone.
What?
Yeah, he knows better.
I think it's a trio now, and it's not nearly as good. But they have reunionated.
Was it Boys II Men?
The anthem for a big event recently.
Yes,
and I remember them
was
just
only 3 of
sweating
them.
profusely.
They were very sweaty.
It looks so hot.
Was that the Super Bowl? Did they do not the big one? They do like God Bless America or something?
That could be. Because there was God, not Katy Perry, but God, who was it?
Lady Gaga. Demi Lovato.
It was
Kelly Clarkson.
Oh, Demi Lovato. That was it.
It was
Demi
Lovato. You're right.
Yeah, she did the anthem, right?
Yep. You're right. Shout out Demi Lovato. So yeah, that was a very tough. I was actually very surprised. Brian, you shocked the world there. I actually have shocked the world in my notes, but you already, you took the glory and shocked us all.
Took it from you.
Yep. And like you, my wife is probably already filing for divorce.
You guys live in together. How nice.
Yeah, we'll move into the Waldo house and be good shape. Move on to the waiver wire of this week. Brian introduced this category. I wasn't real sure about it, but once we kind of started getting rolling, I definitely got on board with it. So we're going to draft the best years of our lives. And that could be kind of out of the box in that it can mean a lot of different things. So I'm not going to go any further into detail. We've all got our draft boards. Going back to the TV crossover poll that I threw out there, I gave you Sink Pisters a little bit extra time this week. Let that marinate a little bit more. Brian, you came back with a landslide victory.
Yes.
It was not even close, but there was a little bit of controversy with this.
Nope.
Whoever made the graphic for it, I'm going to blame Brian. Got the last 2 picks between Rance and Brian mixed up. So that could have been the swing vote that really could have turned the tides.
The Dose Jacks got swapped.
The Dose Jacks got swapped.
You guys are out to get me on this show. That's pretty evident.
I'd say we put Rance second then for that horrible misstep there,
Rance
Josh.
did get second anyways, so it all worked itself out.
There you go.
And I don't know what the people's voting was for Brian, but Rance, I'd be completely okay with you wanting to put an asterisk on this win. you just say the word and I'll do it.
I won't try to argue it. I'm not.
Kaiser Brothers just out to get Rance. I don't know what the family. There might be some family stuff that we don't know about. The Sink Pisters and myself aren't privy to. Or the Kaisers and Waite families just are at odds constantly. I don't know.
Or maybe your host is just a complete idiot. Could be either one of those. But
I don't like simple answers. Sometimes the complex problem.
Brian is going to be leading off the draft. Then Rance is going to go second, and Kitty and I tied. I think we both got a vote apiece.
I didn't vote for myself this time, at least.
I did. Hand up. So I'm still going to go third because you had the earlier draft pick last week. So I'm going to go third just because that's how we usually do it. And Kitty, you're going to be fourth. So best years of our lives draft, Brian, go for it.
Now, we need to spell this out at the beginning. We've only all been experiencing approximately half of our lives here. So we can't really speak from experience on a lot of this stuff. But one I can had experience was your final year of college. And this wouldn't necessarily be your senior year of college. Some of us have multiple senior years of college, someone in this room. But your final year of college, you've kind of got things figured out at school. You know priorities. You know you can skip, attend, and make it work. you're old enough to buy your own booze. You're old enough to go to any bar you want, and you still don't have a ton of responsibilities with bills and stuff in the real world. So I think the final year of college is the best year of your life for a lot of people.
For the record, I only had one senior year. I had a lot of freshman and sophomore years.
Fair.
That's the difference. There's a big difference.
I had 2 senior years. It was great.
But I do like that pick.
I thought it was a great move.
Yep. Rance, what's your number 1 pick for your best year of your life?
You know, I put down the junior year of high school basketball for me. We won Final Four that year. I was friends with a lot of the guys that were seniors. It was just a good time. I mean, the community kind of knew who you were, kind of like, you know, if you got a good team, like a few times they bought us breakfast or lunch. I mean, you just think that's damn cool as a high school kid. Just, all we had to worry about was playing basketball and the bus ride home. So that was one of my favorite years. So got to go
Junior
with
year basketball.
high school basketball.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
said
that's nice getting the free meals around town. That's
Hell
a solid,
yeah, what
I
is
know,
that about?
going into the
I like that.
Well, a couple times right before we played Four, somebody bought us breakfast in at Old Southside Cafe, and just it was nice.
Going up to the Tasty Freeze, getting some ice cream from Saracen. It's a great day, man.
Yep, exactly.
All right. My first pick is the first year of your marriage, that when you don't have kids, you got expendable money, you've got expendable time, you got expendable effort and energy. You can do whatever you want to. You got a partner in crime that's mostly up for doing whatever you want to, and you share a bed. So I mean, damn, that sounds like a damn good year to me. Because all that is long gone, baby.
I like
Kitty?
the pick.
Yeah, it's tough. I went a little more personal specific to mine for my first pick. This is going to be, for me, the year of 2014, where I bowled my first 300 and we went out to the Kentucky Derby.
Ooh, yeah.
Buddy's bachelor party. And that was a solid year there. And I got to get the picture at the Derby with the 300 club with me, Buckley, and Breezy all arm in arm, cheersing our drinks for bowling 300s and making the other guys stand aside so they get out of the picture.
Go on,
Don't try to get in on this.
Yeah.
You are not part of this group picture.
That definitely is a personal touch to it. Very good.
It's a little personal accomplishment type of thing there. And then so my next pick was the first year of when your family gets a pet. So we got a little dog when I was about 8 years old. So that first year of having that pet, it's just brand new puppy in the house, just full of wonderful joy, and just getting to spend
how
time with the
sweet.
dog when you're younger. Such a nice time.
Man, that's a
I
great
try to
pick.
be once in a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I didn't even think about that.
First pet ever.
Little rascal came home to house. Didn't have a name for her. We put her in didn't have a crate or anything, put her in a box downstairs to sleep in, a cardboard box set up, and she just had a 3-week-old puppy jumped out of it. Just so, hey, it's a little rascal, ain't you? Boom. Name done.
Nailed it. Yeah. The name pretty much names itself.
It's perfect, yeah.
Yep. I'm going to go with mine. Brian, it's kind of like yours and Rance's both, but I went the senior year of high school because kind of the same thing as senioritis is in full effect. You kind of have, college is going to be different, but you're going to crush it too. And you're just on cruise control for an entire year. So pretty solid senior year of high school. I want that year.
I like it.
That was a good one.
You're kings of the castle.
King of the castle.
Yeah,
King
right.
of the castle.
Stuffing nerds in the lockers.
I was going to say this.
No worries whatsoever.
Hazing freshman. That takes us to Rance.
I wrote down the summer of my freshman year of college, run a snack shack at the Butler Aquatic Center.
That sounds warm.
All my buddies were lifeguards, and I just passed. I mean, we didn't have to be at work till like 12:30. We drink, play volleyball all night. I mean, it's a perfect summer job for a kid that age because you can sleep. You can still get your 9 hours of sleep. Hell, you can go to bed at 3 and get up at noon and still not be late for work. And then I'm just dishing out pretzels and hot dogs and the big dippers, the big vanilla chocolate chip cookie, ice cream bars. It's great. Go out, jump off the high dive a couple times, go back in, serve a few sodas. It's perfect.
Sit in front of a fan all day.
Yeah, and a fan, and we just
high
do
dive.
that. Yeah.
High dive can opener.
Yeah, during breaks when nobody else could get in the pool, go out there and stretch your stuff, maybe do a couple cannonballs, go back and serve some hot dogs. No stress at all. That was perfect.
Not too shabby. Brian.
Sounds pretty great. Sounds like they make movies about that.
Best thing about these high schoolers is.
Yep, exactly. So this one's kind of cheating, but I'm going with it anyway. Because some people, they have multiple best years of life. Some people have none of this for the best years of their life. And that's the year you win a title. Whether that's 99 Rich Hill Tigers or it's the 2015 Kansas City Royals or the 2019 Kansas City Chiefs, there is nothing more fun than going on championship runs. You know your team's good. Everybody's excited. Everybody's on the same page. It's just electric. And I love those years of winning titles. I've had 3, by the way, if you didn't get that.
That is a little bit of a cheating thing. But, yeah, I get what you're saying.
All right.
What about co-ed softball titles?
Oh, baby.
Those feel good, too.
Dust till dawn champs, baby.
07, I still got the shirt.
I think mine's a double XL. I think I got it donated years ago.
No, I'm starting to fit into mine now, so it's perfect. I kept all of them.
I love it. Okay, next pick. It's the only one on my list that I haven't experienced yet, and I got to think that first year of retirement is a great year of your life. Because all you've known your whole life is working. Now you get to play all the golf you want. You probably get to spend a lot of time with grandkids. You've got money you don't have to worry about, hopefully. Hopefully you're still in decent health at just retirement age that you're not worrying about that stuff. So I got to think that first year of retirement is one of the best years of your life.
Solid.
Sure.
I like that. I honestly did not think about future.
Me neither.
I went a little more personal based, too, so I didn't do a whole lot of future soul searching.
That's a good pick. Well done.
But that's
Rance, back to you.
My third pick is the first summer, and I can't remember the exact age, but the first summer I got to stay home by myself and have the whole house to myself.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
My parents would work. My siblings would go to the babysitter. If I wanted to eat an oatmeal cream pie at 8 in the morning, fuck, I'd do it. If I wanted to eat 17 popsicles throughout the day, I'd fucking do it.
Yeah.
I mean, there was nobody there to stop me from doing anything that I wanted to do.
Yep.
Yeah, did they call and check in? Mom would call and check in. How's it going? It's going just fine. Boom, click. I mean, I'm just going back to doing whatever I want to do.
Mm-hmm.
You want to talk about the ultimate independence. Be a 10-year-old and staying at home for the first time for a summer, and you got free reign. I mean, it's
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's glorious.
That is good.
That is fantastic.
Did you have to pay off your younger siblings and not tattle on the stuff that you did?
See, they were still going to babysitter. Like, I was
What?
a lone wolf. Yeah, because
What's a lone wolf?
Brienne's like 4 years younger than me, and then Taylor's 8 years younger than me, so they'd go to the babysitter, and hell, I'd be at home. I'd sleep in. I mean,
Just an unbridled 10-year-old. Just roaming the roost.
Basically, like Kevin from Home Alone. Hey,
Yeah.
hey Taylor, you're going through all your stuff.
yeah. Go out, shoot some hoops, maybe play a little ball, come back in, eat some Otter Pops, do whatever I please.
That's the true king of the castle feeling for sure. Well done. That's a good one.
Pick.
There you go.
I'm gonna go. My next pick. I'm gonna go with that year when your kid is between the age of 1 and 2 years old. So they're mobile for the most part. They have a personality, but they're not complete assholes yet. There's a defining line, like midnight, the day of their birthday. Boy, it is a real corner turn because my sweet daughter turned into a real dick sometimes. She is still amazing, but sweet Jesus, she can really get after it sometimes in the a-hole round. So if anybody knows my daughter, you could probably not see it, but I'm gonna tell you, she can be a real real pill sometimes. So yeah, that age between when they're 1 and 2 year old, for sure. And I could just feel all the parents that have dealt with that are right there. Yeah.
Oh, I've seen Rance's Snapchats. It doesn't look all great to me.
Yeah.
Got just shit strewn about all over the place.
Nightmare.
I have yet to step in a Lego, but I know it's coming. Everybody talks about that being the worst part about parenting in general.
Or Matchbox car at some point, one of those stuff like that. Yeah.
It's probably gonna kill me. I think it's gonna kill me.
Take you right off your feet, down to the ground. Done.
I'll be dead. Kitty, you're up.
All right. Along the same lines as Kaiser's retirement, I've kind of already had a first year of retirement in my early 30s. You get laid off work and you're man, no kids. You got a little money stashed up. You're looking for work from about like 8 to 11 a.m. every morning. Then after 11 a.m., think I'll go to the golf course again. So I feel you, BK. I think that first year my retirement is going to be great because I've already had to practice once. So I'm going that early 30s retirement year when you're laid off and you're looking for work and nothing's coming, and you got a buddy that works in the restaurant industry, so he can come join you for golf 3 times a week. And you got another buddy that works at the golf course, gives you a great deal, so you're playing on the cheap 3 times a week. So that was quite the year.
Not too shabby.
And
Not
then
too shabby.
I will take freshman year of college. I did not do a whole lot of partying in high school. So once I got to college on my own, I was catching up for lost time real quick.
Cut loose.
Oh man, no parents. I can just come and go as I please whenever. Okay, I'm gonna do a lot of that.
Sounds good.
And then just weekends where you could just basically spend $10 on a whole weekend and just get blasted twice on Friday and Saturday at house parties. Just $5 for kegs. $5 for the keg party. $5 entries for a keg party. You just drink all night for $5.
That's not bad.
Those are some great weekends. Oh, college. That was fun.
Back to me, right?
That's your pick.
I'm going to go with the year 2021 because any year that follows up 2020 has got to be fantastic, right?
You would hope so.
God,
right?
hope.
Every single month, just keep saying, hold my beer. You thought that was shit.
Yes. It is wild. It is wild.
That asteroid's coming, buddy.
Yeah. I got high hopes for the year 2021, so I'll take that as one of my favorite years ever.
I love it.
Whenever I get to throw the 2020 calendar away, it is in the rear view, and I don't have to think about it anymore. Give me 2021.
I think they should probably they probably should hold bonfires on January 1st. Everyone can come bring the calendar.
It's a purge.
Yeah.
Rance, your final pick.
I'm not trying to steal Kitty's, but it was like the first year when I went to Avila to play basketball, which I was not a contributor. A couple of the older guys seemed to take a liking to me. I know Brian probably can't believe that because he hates my guts.
He's not the only one.
But God, they would take me to the parties. They would buy the beer. They were like 22 years old, so I just kind of clinged to them, and
yeah,
it's a lot of fun. It really was a lot of fun because coming from Butler, didn't see a whole lot. And once I got up there and got out a little bit, it was a little eye-opening for me.
Right, yeah.
But a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So
I guess I did have my brother and his roommates to buy us liquor. They're contributing to minors. I think the statute of limitations is over for them, so I think we're good.
I just didn't have any money. Brian would have bought it for me if I had any money.
Never.
Brian, bring us home with your final pick.
Well, I'm going back to high school, like we have many times already. But the first year you can drive is just great. We've all talked about basically how great it is to be independent, whether it was when you're 10 years old or going to freshman in college, or when you can drive and go wherever you want for the first time. Even if it's just driving yourself to school, that's way cooler than riding a bus or even riding with somebody that's older than you. Being able to drive yourself wherever you go was a great feeling, great freeing feeling, even if you had to be home at 11 p.m. on weekends.
It's still your car, though. It's true.
That's right.
It works. Worthwhile. Feels better that way.
Yeah,
I'll say, like somebody like myself, I turned 16 in the middle of the year, so it was a whole year of not that, and then the back half of it was that, and it was just a transformation overnight, and now I'm living the dream.
That's right.
Perfect transition. Great stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't even say we couldn't draft marriage years and kids being born.
We should have prefaced that. Yeah, all of our wives and our children, if you come back and hear this, really what we are really wanting to say is the year we married you and we had you is our favorite years of all time.
So.
Yeah, that's the only reason why we didn't pick those first.
I should have prefaced it. That's my fault. Your host is an idiot. He should have said that from the beginning because all the wives and the kids are going to be real pissed at us.
I just thought you got just being nice for my sake.
Please relay that information.
I mean, trying to choose your year of marriage and having your first kid. I mean, that's like asking our parents who the favorite son is. And we all know they'll say me, but they don't want to say that out loud.
Right.
So, I mean,
like picking between Justin Timberlake and Usher. It's just sometimes the choice is too tough to make. So all of our kids and wives, we love you, and we really do. The honorable mentions here. I had a magical season of fantasy football back in 2017 where in 4 leagues I won 2 championships. I got a 2nd place and a 3rd place. That's not bad. All that winning money that I went straight to property taxes. So
it's fun.
It was a real high-low situation.
It's a great way to spend your winnings.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Real kick to the
give
nuts.
it to the government.
Yep. So it's like I can talk about illegally gambling when I just gave the money back to them.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. You're good.
You guys got any honorable mentions? Clear your boards.
First time I shot in the 70s of golf. That kind of was one of my just more personal accomplishments.
I had the first year of making real money.
Yeah.
That may be your first year after college. It may be 5 years after that. But when you're actually making good money where you have some spendable cash, it's a nice feeling.
Yep,
definitely.
I also got the first year you take your first major vacation, like if you go abroad or make a big trip or something for the first time.
Yep.
That's usually a pretty good year.
Right. I went with the junior year of college because you saw the light at the end of the tunnel, but it was still far enough to wait and not catch the anxiety of I don't have a job yet.
Yep. And you could legally drink.
Yeah, and you could buy your own beer. Don't have to worry about any of that. Yeah.
I do have junior year of college on my list.
Yep.
Didn't have to put the beer down on the side. I'm not drinking, sir. No, not me.
Yep.
You don't have to worry about getting caught if your wallet has 2 IDs in it.
That's right. I've never
Not
had
that
a
I would
fake
ever
ID.
do that. I would never do that.
I've never had that.
I never tried that. I had to wait until I wasn't 21 until my senior year of college.
Young one.
Yep.
So that's why I did 2 senior years. I'll say that.
The repeat.
2 legal drinking years in college.
Got a red shirt.
Red shirt year. That's right. Well, let's move into the final thing, the waiver watch. I have not let off anything yet, so I'm going to lead off here, and I'm going to lead it off by we have not done this yet since we have joined the Kansas City Podcast Network, and I've got a letter to write. I'm writing a letter this week.
We got a letter.
So my waiver watch this week was Rocket Man, the Elton John musical biopic.
Oh, okay.
Along with Amazon Prime. It's not the Harlan Williams from back in the 90s or whatever.
I was
That
also
great.
thinking of Rocketeer.
Ooh, Rocketeer, also very good. Rocket
Great
Man
Disney
biopic.
movie.
Elton John biopic is a musical, really, really cool. I actually really, really enjoyed it. Very, very good. And Bohemian Rhapsody came away with a lot of awards a year or two ago. They were nominated for the Best Picture in the Oscars. They won the Golden Globe for the Best Picture. Rocket Man was a lot better than Bohemian Rhapsody in my book. Very,
Totally
very
agree.
good. Where I'm writing this letter is to any of these awards programs, if there's a musical biopic, we do not have to give the lead actor a nomination just because they did really good. I cannot – I'm so tired of people getting nominated for acting like a person that exists. All they have to do is imitate somebody. That is not what needs to be put on a pedestal. These fictional characters that are portrayed in a great emotional, great acting range, those are the ones that need to get celebrated, not somebody who can just get to act like somebody or sing like somebody. If they could do both, cool. Taron Egerton did a great job for Elton John. Great singing, very much sounded like him. Did just a good dramatic actor. Rami Malek also very, very good. He didn't sing, I don't think. I don't
Nope.
think he sang.
It was all lip sync.
But he won Best Actor. He was very good, but I mean, he didn't even sound like he didn't sing. I mean, I just have a big problem with that. But
And he had those ridiculous teeth.
the teeth were very distracting.
teeth.
Can't handle that.
Very ridiculous.
Jamie Foxx as Ray Charles was very good. Joaquin Phoenix as Johnny Cash was fine. He was a good actor. The singing was something else. But I mean, just because they're acting like a musical person that does not mean they need to be nominated for a Best Actor in a category.
100%.
Signed, Josh
100%.
Kaiser.
I
Suck it.
will co-sign that
You
letter.
are passionate about that.
I'm not. It's not even. For me, it extends even beyond singers. Anyone that's a real life person,
Yeah.
you're portraying them. That you've
Yep.
got like some of the guys that did when they do movies like Churchill or fucking. It's just, oh wow, I've got hours upon hours of video of this person I can just watch and then just imitate them. Easy peasy. You're an actor. That's your job to act like other people. Done. That's the easiest role. That's the easiest role in the world.
Mm-hmm.
And you get someone like Jake Gyllenhaal who gets snubbed for Nightcrawler, who created this great character,
Great. Yep.
and nothing. I mean, come on, Academy, you're on notice.
Get on it.
So I got a free idea based on your little rant there. If you want to win an Oscar for your movie, make a musical and have Frank Caliendo play your lead. The guy can do any impression in the book. He's going to nail
He
it.
is a wizard.
Win.
I would love to see Frank Caliendo in a serious biopic.
Frank Caliendo doing Johnny Mercury or
The wife
whatever.
of John Madden. Hell
Yes!
yeah.
A Madden biopic. Let's do it.
Is it Frankie Mercury?
It's
Who is
Freddie.
it? Freddie.
Freddie.
Whoops.
I will say that I think there was a movie Michael Fassbender played Hank Williams in this last couple of years, and he did not get nominated. So there's not an automatic dub. And Fassbender's a great actor. So
Yeah.
that movie must have really sucked.
Apparently, I don't even remember hearing about this thing. So.
Yep.
Hank Williams or Hank Williams Jr.?
Hank Williams, original OG Hank Williams, right?
I haven't heard of that movie at all.
No idea.
I think that's
Someone
a
needs
thing.
to do a movie about Jessica White from the White.
Are you
Wonderful
thinking
White
about what was that movie with John C. Riley,
Walk
Hard.
Walk
Dewey
Hard.
Cox, or what?
He should have won an Oscar for that movie. That was amazing.
Very good movie.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's move on from my anger tirade rant. Let's go to Rance. Rance, what's your waiver watch this week?
I started a new series, or I have not seen it, about it called Hap and Leonard on Netflix. Have you guys heard of this series? It's got
No.
Michael K. Williams in it from The Wire.
I think I have seen
Anybody?
ads. I think I've seen ads for it, but I have not seen it.
Okay, it takes place in the 80s. It's about two guys that are kind of down on their luck, and they go and search for not really a treasure, but like somebody that had misplaced or lost $1 million in a bank heist. And there's several different characters in it, and it's kind of a comedy, but also got some violence in it, so it's right up my alley. So I'm only 2 or 3 episodes in, but it's pretty good so far.
What's it called? Happen Leonard?
Hap and Leonard.
Oh, there it is.
Hap.
I
It's
remember
really
seeing
not bad.
Now that you mentioned, I remember seeing commercials for it, but I never did check it out.
Interesting.
Because
Okay.
Mike Williams was in a Wire, and he was really good, and he's been in a couple other things. That's been
Omar.
pretty
Yep.
good. He's been pretty good in a couple other
He
things.
is good in just about anything he does. He is very,
Yeah.
very good. I can get on board with just about anything he does.
Yeah.
Let's
Check it
go
out.
to Kitty. What do you got?
All right, I watched a Josh Hartnett movie on.
Great start.
40
Hulu.
days and 40 nights?
I watched a movie called Oh Lucy. It's about a Japanese woman that takes an English class from Josh Hartnett, and she discovers kind of this alter ego, and she ends up just kind of some hijinks along the way. So just a very enjoyable movie. Just
All right.
some 2 Japanese women end up in America trying to find somebody, and just weird interactions they have and all that. So it's just that's a really solid movie on Hulu. And Josh Hartnett can't go wrong. Can't go wrong with Josh Hartnett.
Come up with a plot to be like Josh Hartnett teaches English in a Japanese country. What do you think happens? I think it would probably be hijinks.
First word that
No
comes
other
to
option.
mind.
Yeah.
There's no other option.
No, that's purely what it comes to mind. All right. It was called Oh Charlie, Oh Henry,
Oh Lucy.
Oh Lucy. Sounds good
Close,
to me.
Josh.
Brian, Waiver Watch, go.
It's been staring me right in the eyes the last few weeks when I've opened up Netflix, and I've just gone past it, but I just couldn't ignore the noise any longer, and I watched Outer Banks.
Oh! All of it already?
I binged it in a weekend.
Wow.
It can't be that good.
Let me tell you, buddy, I enjoyed the hell out of it.
No shit. I thought it
Yep.
was for like teens. I thought it was like
Well-
a teeny bopper type deal.
That's
So
right up Brian's
it
alley.
is. It is.
Yeah,
and
maybe it is.
I think I saw Hank describe it as the OC meets National Treasure, because it's basically like a bunch of teen drama, and there's searching for this lost treasure.
was it Middle-aged Goonies?
talking about.
That's what I have
Middle-aged
written
Goonies.
down here, Rance. That's what it reminded me of. It's a high school version of Goonies.
Okay.
And there's so many parallels too, because a big theme of it is they're the poor kids and they got a rivalry with the rich kids. Like they all share this island on the Outer Banks in North Carolina, and so they're all poor. The rich kids are all douchebags and they get in fights all the time. And so the treasure hunt, it's only going to last maybe half the season, and then it gets more of like a suspenseful. Some good action. But I will say, if you like the Goonies, you're going to like this. Just trust me. The first couple episodes, you might be like, what the hell am I watching here? Just stick with it. By episode 4, you're going to be like, I got to watch the rest of this shit.
All right.
You can laugh at your
Okay.
teenage shit all you want, but I love it.
I had a bigger problem. I cannot imagine that there's quote unquote good action sequences in that damn show.
Oh yeah, because it's cutthroat going. There's murder. There's people trying to cover up murders. There's the rich guy in town's got the cops in his pocket, so the poor kids are really up against it all the time. So they're running from the evil rich people. It's good stuff.
A real 21st century Goonies.
Yep,
All right.
and they're all handsome as hell.
Outer Banks. We are suckers for a handsome cast.
Yep.
That should be our subtitle for the podcast. Clearing Waivers podcast. Suckers for handsome casts. Well, that's going to do it for this week's installment of the Clearing Waivers podcast. We do appreciate you joining us for it. I do want to thank my co-hosts for joining me this week. I want to thank every one of you for joining us this week. If you liked us, click on the subscribe buttons on the YouTube channel, both on the Kansas City Podcast Network YouTube channel. We also have our own. You can go check out as well. Facebook group, Facebook page. You can come interact with us on the Twitter, Instagram, whatever you're on. We're probably on, except for TikTok, because fuck TikTok. We're not here to dance. You guys don't want to see that. But we do appreciate everything you got for us. I do want to encourage you guys to, again, keep up with the personal growth. Open your minds a little bit more. Listen to what, an alternative perspective you may not have considered before. We can all grow a little bit together. But I also want to kind of encourage you guys to go check out the Hollow Ends. They've got some great music out there. They provide the intro and the outro to these episodes, so I do encourage you to go check them out. But for Brian, Kitty, Rance, and myself, hope you have a great week. Ta-ta for now.
The day is done. Now the night has begun. Nerves in a restless crowd. The burning sun. Now nowhere to be found. Deeper to ground. 'Cause I have faith that nobody else can protect you, no. Our page is burning, we'll all be dead under virgin snow. I have faith that nobody else can protect you, no. Our page is burning, we'll all be dead under virgin snow. So hold your body close to the flames. Don't go so hardy, walking away. Hold your body close to the flames. Don't go so hardy, walking away. So hold your body close to the flames. Don't go so wide, walking away. Oh, hold your body close to the flames. Don't go so wide, walking away. Oh. Hold your body close to the flame.